Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Life with Miss Dana. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm here to talk about GD, gestational diabetes, which is diagnosed during your pregnancy or during a pregnancy. So maybe a week or two before Christmas, I was diagnosed with GD. I was kind of taken back from the diagnosis because I was eating pretty healthy. I failed the first test, which was 1 hour glucose test, but that's because I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know that I had to fast, so I took that test on my lunch and I failed. Then they said, oh, come back and take the test again in another week or so. So I think I came back like after Thanksgiving to take the test. I think it was around that time, or maybe a little bit after that. I took the test for 3 hours. Yes, because it was the day that I was leaving to go to Jersey for Thanksgiving. So I got to the office at 9 o'clock. I fasted the night before, and they took 4 sets of blood from me. 1 hour, one at 9 o'clock when I first got there, the fasting, and then they took 3 other vials of blood every hour on the hour following that. And so I got the results back maybe after Thanksgiving, and they told me, oh yeah, you've been diagnosed with GD. So I was pretty heartbroken about that. I was really scared that I would be put on medication throughout my pregnancy, and I'm still hoping that they don't. But actually I've been taking these blood tests every day, 4 times a day. It's the One Touch Viral. These are the strips. These are the little dowels. Yeah, these are the little dowels with the needles inside of them. This is my entire kit. So I put the needle here, and I put the strip at the top of this device, and then it turns on and it tells me it's ready to take my blood. And then I prick my finger, one of these fingers. You can tell it's red because I've been doing it. And I do this 4 times a day. I do this when I first wake up, because then I want to eat breakfast afterwards. So you have to take it before a meal. That's your first one, your fasting. They call it your fasting blood test. You're checking your sugar levels. So that's the whole point of the test. So they're checking my sugar levels during a fasting period, and then 2 hours after every meal. So when I eat breakfast, I have to count 2 hours after that and take a sugar test. And then for lunch 2 hours afterwards, and then dinner 2 afterwards. I thought I was doing good until I went to my recent doctor appointment. And it's like, oh, we saw your test and they're pretty high. And I'm like, well, what am I looking for? So I was never told what to look for. I was just told to track it, send my notes to the doctor, and then they were evaluated from there. So I felt like I was failed in that area. But what I was told was that I need to have a score of 95 or below during my fasting period. So that's first thing in the morning. And I need to have 120 or below for the rest of my testing. So now that I know what I need, I'm really adamant about watching what I eat. So I have a nutritious schedule this week to meet with them so they can put me on a special diet, because we are trying to avoid being put on medication throughout my pregnancy. And so one of the things that the whole purpose of this is to track my sugar, because they said that baby can be too big because of me not tracking my sugar or what I'm eating. The baby can be large, too large to go through the birth canal, which can, in their words, cause an inducing labor, and it also a cesarean. So I'm trying to avoid all of that. I want to have my baby natural with no fear of, a cesarean and induction. So I heard that that's kind of something you want to avoid. There are already many things going on with people of color, especially black women in the hospital. So I don't want anyone cutting on me. That's just plain and simple. I already told my doctor that's not an option for me. She's like, well, I'm not trying to hear it. So they're like, well, after 39 weeks, we want to try to go and induce you if I'm just not trying to hear that. So I'm all for it, to tracking my sugar to make sure that the baby doesn't get too big, and we don't have any other problems after baby is born, because you can set them on a path of, you know, diabetes in the future, and myself. So I don't want that. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I have a healthy pregnancy and healthy birth and a healthy baby afterwards. So I just wanted to give you a little rundown why I feel like this is important to know. So if you are pregnant, just watch your carbs. I think that's the biggest thing. They're like really trucking. They was just like no white potatoes, no potatoes, period. No French fries, no chips, because I love my salt and sour and my sour dill chips. They were just very adamant about me not having too much carbs. So make sure you just, you know, have a healthy pregnancy. I felt like I did. I wasn't eating sweets. I haven't had any sweets, cakes or any potatoes. But for me to fail, and I know people who eat very horribly during their pregnancy and they pass. So it's just shocking to me that this happened. But you know, I have less than 5 months to go throughout the pregnancy, so I would do anything I have to do to make sure I have a healthy baby. And so thanks for joining me. And oh, I want to announce the winner for the Geritol giveaway.